So yeah, welcome back to garageLaverty, where the beer's always cold and something's always fucking broken. Last night, I had a great little rundown with the new motorcycle. Tonight, I had a lot of great walks with the new motorcycle. About every mile and a half, it shut off and I got to push it. 90-degree day, black leather jacket, big hills. Not a stellar day. So when I got home, it was time to actually pull it apart and start looking to see what was wrong. And here is where we stand. So, there ain't much left of the thing. Gas tank's all the way back here. You can laugh at the tripod. Something else didn't work. But yeah, lots of gas. Still doesn't fucking run the bike. So, way over here we have what's left of the motorcycle. So, quick little backstory. What it was doing was it'd run just fine, start up idle, drive down the street. 5 grand, 6 grand, 8 grand, it'd be just fine. 10 grand, it started to get a little funky, and at 14, it hit a wall. And 14,000, what would happen is it just wouldn't rev any higher. It would kind of stutter. It felt like a soft rev limiter. And then the bike would just die. About 1,000, maybe 1,000 feet later, you'd be coasting to the side of the road where you'd get to sit and wait, or as I did a few times today, push. Now, I got to thinking on it, trying to figure out what could be causing it, because it runs really well at low RPM. And last night in getting it running, I deleted the fuel filter, because with the fuel filter in place, it just flat out wouldn't start. Remove the fuel filter, which was clear, you could blow through it, everything like that, bike would start and run. So it got me thinking. The petcock's vacuum actuated, and if it's vacuum actuated, maybe there's a crack in a vacuum line that's not letting the petcock open all the way, so it can't suck fuel through the filter. So with that thought in mind, this is how we ended up here. Now, the ZXR250 doesn't have a fuel pump. It's pure vacuum feed. So the fuel system's pretty simple. This line comes from the tank into the carburetors. And down here, there's a little spider's nest of vacuum lines, which took a pretty astounding amount of work to get to. And after all that work, I've ended up with 2 of these little horned bastards. And yeah, it turns out they're just flipping fine. So, lo and behold, no cracks, no issues, no nothing. And so it got me thinking. After going through that one, and then there's another one hiding down here that holds the other 2 cylinders, started thinking on the petcock from last night. I pulled it out of the bike. The filters are clear. It lets air through when I blow on it. Everything tasted like gasoline today. It was suboptimal, to say the best. But it wasn't flowing a ton. I wasn't sure what the stock flow rate should be. It was kind of drizzling out. So at this point, I'm down to a couple of theories. It's not the vacuum line, so obviously the motor, whatever vacuum it's putting, is getting to the petcock. So either the petcock's going faulty or something's wrong inside the carburetors. Now, the good money is on something's funky with a carburetor. But I'm holding out hope against hope that it's just the petcock. So, when I'm done here with this video, I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to see what's up with it. Because the fact is, although I know I want to go through these carburetors, the gasket sets come from Thailand. And, well, I'd like to ride this bike inside of the next 3 weeks. Not going to happen. So, in the interest of not taking it down further than I can get it back from, I'll rip the carbs back out when the gasket set gets here. On the bright side, they're not new old stock gaskets. There's a gentleman that I was informed existed when I was posting on 250cc.com. He builds brand new gasket sets for the carburetors in this bike made out of Vitin, which is an ethanol resistant rubber. Thank Christ, because I can't get anything less than E10 here. So, well, I mean, there's one place, but I ain't going that far. So, yeah, bike's apart. I don't get to have a fun weekend with it. I'll get to have fun sometime in the next couple of weeks, but I don't get to go camping with it this weekend. I don't get to ride it out to the 24 hours of Lemons race weekend after next, unless it is the Petcock. But at this point, I'm just kind of considering it down for the count, and such is life, I guess. So, kind of sucks, kind of awesome, because shit, I got to ride it up to 14,000 RPM, which was pretty bitchin'. And as days go, could have been worse. If all the days were winners, you never know how bad it can be. So, yeah. Until tomorrow, I'm sure I'll post something up, because I'm going to do this for probably a week or two and see if A, there's an audience, or B, I feel like continuing to do it even. Sick of the sound of my own voice or something, right? But I'm going to do this for a little bit, so I'll update. I will upload a few more updates. You guys can see what's going on with the bike and what it's like to work on a machine that has absolutely no business being on this continent. And we'll take it from there. So, until next time, go ride your bike. Later.